Hey, what's up, everybody? Agamatsu here today with another one of these videos. It's been a while since I've just talked about Rogue, but today I'm going to be explaining why Abysswalker is the worst class, and you could probably say objectively the worst class in the game. So for starters, we all know that everything in Rogue Lineage, either in some shape or form, has something busted, right? You know what I mean? A lot of people complain about faceless macros, a lot of people complain about Shinobi combos, D-Slayer combos, Deep Nightfall combos, etc. Every class has it. The D-Sage combos, Oni everything, every class has it. Mages. But when it comes down to it, there are usually two sword classes that I can think of that people don't really see much of, and that is Abysswalker and Ronin. But here's the thing with Ronin. I don't know if you've seen it, but there are some crazy Ronin combos out there, like some crazy Ronin 1 combos, like with Ash and Ronin. It's actually kind of insane. And because you can kind of hit some crazy combos, like you don't have to be an Ashen to hit like these crazy ass combos that do like half of like a Dark Sigil's health. I don't know if you've seen any clips of it, but it's kind of crazy, right? Because of that, I'm not gonna really put Ronin as like on the same tier as Abysswalker, because at least with a Ronin, even if you are ganking, if you manage to start going crazy with it, like you can seriously mess somebody up in ones if you're like if you manage to not get interrupted. But though a lot of times, like if you start getting comboed up, like you can't just keep comboing. Like a friend will probably save them or shadow rush out of it or some shit like that. Now, the thing with Abysswalker is that, of course, it's easy just to go in an M1, but at the same time, like, once you do M1, that's kind of it. Like, you knock them back. A lot of times, if you're an evamp, you're just knocking them back really far. And the thing is like, the damage is okay. Like, you probably do more damage as, like a Dark Sigil, like, Dinakiri Dark Sigil, like, using your M1s when a rune is popped, you know what I mean? With Action Surge, then, like, 4 of the Abyss M1s. Of course, you still have Curse Stacks and shit like that, but at the same time, it's just the fact that you can't really combo well with Abysswalker. Of course, you can still do a lot of damage if those curse stacks land, but at the same time, it's just like the damage is just too, you know what I mean? It's too scarce, spread out. If you were able to, combo up like Uber Abyss, then that's dangerous, you know what I mean, with the curse stacks. But the fact that it just knocks them away so far back as an evamp too gives them that huge opportunity just to snap Gilly away. And guess what? You don't have Tomeless. You can't snap Gilly after them. And you can't escape ganks either, unless you're like by Desert 3, you know what I mean? And you can jump into the Void, which a lot of times you're not fighting there. So the lack of Tomeless is another big thing. It's just like, bro, like, you don't have Tomeless, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. I was asking, like, like, why does Abysswalker not have it again? Like, can they just give it? And it's because of lore. Dude, at this point, I would just give it to them, man. Of course, a lot of people would see problems with that, like, oh, they could do M1, Snap Ignis, then Wrathful Leap. Dude, they need a little leg up in the meta, in my opinion. I just don't see Abyss Walkers anymore. At least with Ronin, you can like get Snap Gate and shit like that, and then fucking, you have a lot of mobility options, right? With Abyss Walker, like you have Wrathful Leap, but let's keep it real, like half the time that fails, even when you're trying to like reduce or get rid of your fall damage. So in my opinion, yeah, Abysswalker just kind of bad. I mean, yeah, there's a few builds that you can maybe see someone ganking with on it, but other than that, like, I just never see it, and for great reason, because they usually are the ones that die first anyway, and they can never escape ganks. That's all I really have for today's video. Please buff Abysswalker, but I don't really care if they do or do not, because I'm playing Debok, and haha, bye, see ya.